Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lori at Craggy Brook Witchery, and I'm showing you my most favorite seasonal deck ever. This is the Halloween Tarot, created by Kipling West, and there's the book that came in the box with it. And here's a little pouch that I managed to make that holds the book and the box of cards. So it all fits in there, and when I travel, I take this to all the fairs, and it is so well received. It has a little white book, but it also has this Celtic Cross plastic spreadsheet. Don't like that. And I managed to find at a craft store some fabric that I could make for laying the cards out on. And don't the cards look great on black? You're looking at the aces there of the four suits. There's the back of the cards. And now let's take a look at each of the sets. So I've zoomed in so you can see the four sets, the four elements. And as I say, it's called the Halloween Tarot. And there's the creator, and US Games put this out. Mine, I believe, is 1996. And it comes with another cover card, just explaining a little bit about the way the deck is put together. Now here you can see in the minor arcana that pumpkins are pentacles or coins, bats are swords, ghosts cups, and imps are the fiery wands. And it reads very well. It is fun, and it's a deck that you can still let your intuition run with because there's lots of little images. So there is our Ace of Coins, the Ace of Air, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Fire. And let's take a peek inside at the twos with all their color. The bats are particularly fun. The cats, they get expressions on their faces. And the imps, they just really run amok and have a good time. So there are the twos. There are the threes. And it's interesting, you can see in some of the images, it's like two bats against one for the Three of Swords. And the way that they've meshed the three ghosts for the three cups, that's fantastic. And you can just see the anticipation in the cat here, waiting just like these imps. And this guy's like, well, how come your torches are on fire and mine isn't? And then over here was the artist at work with the cat that wants to lend a hand. The little white book has simple little messages, but the little book that came, or the bigger book that came with it, I mean, I went to town with this deck, and every time I read for someone, if there was some information that I could write down, I did. So yes, I have written all through this thing because it's a deck that speaks and gives lots of information. So those are the fours. I like in this one, instead of the sword down below, you get a bat. You still get the same waiting and anticipation. The Four of Coins is a little different in that he's planting seeds for the future. And if I pause, I'll read the little booklet. Okay, this is the little book, and you can see you're not getting a whole lot of information, but for the Four of Pumpkins, stability and prosperity without complacency. For future harvests, it's planting time. Material success from hard work and miserly tendencies if it's reversed. So the images are fantastic. They are clear. And you can see you've still got the Four of Cups over here, or the Four of Ghosts, and they're trying their darndest to bring him out of this slump, this mood that he's in. And the Four of Imps are just enjoying the moonlight and celebrating. And there are our fives. You've got this sad little child over here. Maybe he's not finished yet trick-or-treating. And someone's saying, no, we've got to go home. There's a nice bat there in the window. Now this Five of Bats, it really does bring that sort of feeling of those that have and those that don't. All the goodie bags in his hand. And this one, you can see the Imps, and they are trying to work things out. So we'll take those away so you can see the sixes. She's doling out her candy. The bats are following these people that are being ferried over to the other side. There's your grouping, the Six of Cups or the Six of Ghosts. And I like how the church is sort of tilted. It just all lends to it. And then the Victory with the Six of Imps. And the cat even appears with the last person. So there are our sevens with a wonderful scarecrow, patiently waiting for those pumpkins. You've got this fellow who's doing something mischievous behind the scenes. And that is our Seven of Bats with all his little bats he's taking. I thought this was kind of interesting. Which cup will he choose? Which ghost will he choose? And the Seven of Imps. I don't know, it doesn't look like too great a situation, but they're trying to make their way to the house at the top of the hill. Okay, our pumpkins here, working at it, carving away. I like how this woman here is so wrapped up like a mummy, but yet the bats, I think they're actually making the wrap around her a little bit tighter. Or they could be unwrapping. You just have to use your own thoughts when you're reading and let it just flow, because these ghosts and imps and bats, they have a lot of emotion in their faces. And there is a wonderful scene with all the messages for the Eight of Imps. There's our 9, and isn't she exquisite? Nestled amongst her pumpkins. Yeah, I don't think this is a great situation to find yourself in. It's like these guys are standing back. Sorry, excuse me. And he has to go ahead without them. Looks like a little bit of fear. Okay. So, there's our 10 of pumpkins. Pretty neat. This one always gives me a nice feeling. Even though it's the 10 of swords, she doesn't look hurt. She looks floating. And the cat's just waiting for her to rise up. There's our 10 of cups. Beautiful celebration. And here I guess we've got Igor. He just can't hold on to all these imps. It's nice to see the cards together like this for a change, instead of one at a time. There's our page, studious, got her books in hand. This guy looks quite proud of himself. Love his tunic with the salamanders. This looks like Wednesday from the Addams Family. Okay, there are our knights. So you got 2 going to the left and 2 going to the right. Our queens. Our lovely Queen of Coins with all of nature around her. Again, the Addams Family sort of feeling. Morticia, Gomez. Our Queen of Bats. Now this guy, he might be in trouble if she sort of pokes him. Great Throne. Our Queen. And our creative, passionate Queen of Imps. Very kind looking. So these are the kings. I love that this guy has a mask on. Pretty nice. So now let's put these aside and we'll take a look at the majors. Okay, as I say, these are the backs, and that's, yeah, you're getting a little bit of the color there, but it's really quite orangey. And they are reversible, which is fabulous. So there is our Fool. All the planets tossed. He's got his little satchel over here. There is the Magician. It's interesting, there's a snake down inside that pumpkin. There's the High Priestess. Now I'll pause for a second. We'll take a look at what it says. So there we have her. If I bring her closer, she's got her book. She's got the 2 pillars, one light, one grayish, and she's got that bat suspended on a finger. So it says vampires, balancing between the seen and the unseen, intuition, the subconscious, and mystery and hidden influences, and also duality. So that is kind of cool. There is our Empress sitting out in the stars. There's the Emperor. Looks like some brains in the little glass jar there. The Hierophant. Look at the expression on those cats. The Lovers. Love the Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. Our Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Great owl up there in the corner. Couple of bats suspended. Really fun. The Hanged Man. Death. With the death moth over there. Temperance. The Devil. She is fabulous. The Tower. The Star. There's the Moon and the Werewolf. The Sun. They look so happy. Judgment. And the World. So there's still time before Halloween to pick up this deck. It is really fun. And the card stock is really quite good. You know, US Games did a good job on this deck. Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed that. There's just so much color, so much fun. And the young people, as well as the more mature people, all seem to love this deck when I brought it out. And the readings can be light and fun for Halloween, but at the same time, there's still information buried within them. So enjoy your day and get ready for the season approaching, because it's going to be a fun one.